Hey chosen family, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a story time. The story is the time someone outed me to another school. Let's get into it. If I'm gonna do story times, I want them to be a lesson. I don't just want it to be for entertainment, so there will always be a moral to the story. Before we start, just a trigger warning. Throughout there will be themes of outing, anxiety. Here's a quick definition of outing for people who don't know. Outing is the act of disclosing an LGBT person's sexual orientation or gender identity without their consent. I gotta give this person a name. Let's just give them Ruby. Their name's Ruby, okay? So let's start. So this must have been when I was about in year 7 or year 8. Yeah, it must have been around those times. So I was what, 12, 13, something like that. Yeah, so I was around that age. And at that point, I was heavily into doing athletics. I was part of an athletics group, and I would train with them, and also part of another group. I met this person whilst doing athletics, and we got on really well. Me and Ruby, we got on really well. I don't know, we just clicked, like we were just really good friends. And I remember being so excited that I had made a new friend and stuff like that. And me and Ruby, we would talk like every night. I remember we'd have like Skype sessions. And I remember one time I was like, okay, yeah, like we've spoken for a good amount of time. I trust this person. I'm going to tell them about my sexual orientation. I'm going to tell them that I'm gay. I told this person about my sexual orientation because I felt like it was a safe space and that I could trust this person with this information. So anyway, told them this, and I think they were pretty calm with it, right? In the beginning, it was cool, everything was calm. And then come a couple of days later, I get texts from them telling me about how, like, you know, they told their parents and their parents said that it's unnatural and, you know, they don't think it's cool. And I think they stopped talking to me or something like that. So I was like, oh no, like, bro, this is like really bad type thing. Because now I've lost a friend because of something I can't change, right? Come to find out, they told their entire school. It wasn't a case of they told people in their class about me. They told the entire school. And should I tell you how I know this? Because like I said, maybe I didn't say this before, but I was in 2 different athletics training groups, right? And there was one group that I had like my really close friends. And the reason why I know that they told the whole school was because mostly everyone in that group who I was really close with already knew about my sexual orientation. That was not a problem. But there was this one girl, I think it was 2 people specifically who I didn't tell because I knew how religious they were. I knew that it would be a problem and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it and stuff like that because I was close friends with them. And I remember they found out because they were it was someone in the group told me, they were like, oh yeah, they know, this person knows about your sexual orientation now and stuff. And I remember like just feeling like, you know, I was just like, oh my gosh, like my life. I was so scared because I knew that they didn't like it. And now like the whole school knew, their whole school, not even my school, another whole school knew about this, right? And I was like, man, this is gonna jeopardize my friendships with these people because I know how they feel. And to make matters worse, this girl told her whole entire school, and people who I didn't know were threatening to beat me up. People who I didn't know, just common me, Common me. They were threatening to beat me up. Bruv, I didn't even know these people. And the worst thing about it was that at that time, I used to walk to school and stuff. At that point in time, I didn't have anyone to walk with. And I remember always being so vigilant about buses. I knew some of them lived up my way. And so if they saw me, like it would have been a wrap. So I remember like walking past double-decker buses and constantly looking up at the top deck to make sure that I didn't see that school uniform, because if I did, I would have to hide or I'd have to run, right? And I remember just being so scared to walk to and from school because of the threat of being beaten up by people I don't even know. So I don't even know what they look like or whatever, and they will come and beat me up. It was just, I don't even know, like, it was honestly the scariest time of my life. But what I do remember is feeling a lot of fear for a couple of months, because I was scared to see this person, and I was scared to see anyone in that uniform. And if I did, I would be on high alert because I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know if they knew. I didn't know, like, if they knew what I looked like and all of this lot. So it was very scary. Now, on top of that, I told you about the athletics. Well, they were still at one of my athletics groups. And I remember there would be times where I would make up excuses to not go to athletics because they would be there and I didn't know what they would do if they saw me. I didn't know whether they would hurt me. I didn't know what would happen. And so I remember having a lot of panic attacks before training. I remember making up excuses to not go to training. It's kind of like your livelihood has been sucked from you because of this one thing that you can't change. And it was like so upsetting. Now would be a great time to like the video. Have you subscribed? Have you pressed that notification bell? If not, what are you waiting for? Come join the family. Come join. Let's talk about the first time I saw her again, right? So it had been years. I'm talking years. So like I said, this event happened in year 7, year 8, and I think the next time I saw her was in 6th form. Properly saw her was in 6th form. And another friend of mine was like to me, oh yeah, I'm really sorry that happened to you and stuff, but like, she's such a nice person now, blah, blah. And me just being so angry because it's like, this person has caused me so much pain and you're defending them. Like, this isn't okay. It was a case of, you have done me wrong, but how many years has it been? And am I the same person I was all those years ago? Because I'm not. So if I have changed, why couldn't you have changed, right? And so it took me a while to come to a place of forgiveness for this person, because I didn't know who they were anymore. That person that they were those years ago is probably not the same person they are today. The moral of the story is 2. One is, don't out someone. The reason why I say this is because outing someone is such a dangerous thing. It's so dangerous, and I don't think people understand that. And just to kind of highlight how dangerous it is, I have some statistics for everyone, because obviously I can't just do a story time about being factual. So let me give you the facts. Also, this is a trigger warning, some of the stats talk about homelessness as well as abuse and violence and stuff, just so you know. So if you want to skip over the stats, I'll put the timestamp for when I finish talking about the stats. So LGBT young people are more likely to find themselves in homelessness than their non-LGBT counterparts, comprising up to 24% of the homeless population. LGBT homeless youth are highly likely to experience familial rejection, abuse and violence, about 69%. Whilst homeless, they are significantly more likely to experience targeted violence, sexual exploitation, substance misuse, and physical and mental health problems than other homeless youth. I just wanted to highlight some of the reasons why it is so important that you do not out people. You can put people's lives at risk, right? So that was first, don't out someone. And second of all is about forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. Forgiveness is so important. It's so important. If not for them, then for yourselves, for your inner child, for your peace. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I always try to give you some piece of knowledge in these rants, I guess. I hope you like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you.